the whiteout of weather. Yeah, we're having intense amounts of walls of rain just coming down. Feeling a little bit sore in the chest, so please forgive the audio and recording today. So I think the big question was, you know, are you doing things but you're just not being effective? And if that's the reason, how come? I've spent the last few days editing in an edit suite and being focused as I can be. This all goes back in time to when our ancestors were much more focused than we are. Grandparents, great-great-grandfather used to say to great-great-grandfather, said to great-grandfather, to my father, that you know, we're just not focused enough. They're just not focused enough. We weren't focused enough, and our kids are no longer as focused as we used to be. So this definite degradation of focus on our part, and you know, too many copies of the same copy, of the same copy, of the same copy, and you have these humans that are not operating at a frequency level which is super exciting, super effective, super efficient. So I'm at that stage at the moment where I've got that question mark everywhere about the effectiveness of things, and I thought I'd give you a couple of tips, 4 tips on how to be more efficient, much more efficient. So the number one, obviously, the number one is to be as defined as possible. It's very important to almost define your, it's very important to define your memory all the time. It's very important to define your memory of what it is that you want to attract to yourself. Extremely important to know what it is that you're pursuing, what it is that you're doing, what it is that you need to attract into your life. And I say pursuing and attract because it's both energies. You need the 2 energies. I mean, if you just believe it's going to come but you don't do anything to go out and reach it, nothing happens. There has to be a double energy of, you know it's coming, you expect good, but you're also moving in the direction of it. Very important. So that's a critical first step, is the definition of your dream. The second one, which I think is really important for efficiency, to ensure that you are doing what you say you're going to be doing, is to cut off all the distractions. Get rid of everything around you that's honestly, you know, especially these things. Get rid of these things. Put them somewhere else, on some other side of the studio, somewhere else where they're not interfering, where you don't hear the vibration, where you don't have the call to go and look at stuff. I was on Facebook this morning, and by the way, I switched off my Facebook account years ago. In fact, I threw away the password. I wasn't even interested in it. What's really interesting, and that's purely for the sake of, I mean, my staff, we've got 11 Facebook accounts, but they operate the Facebook accounts. But for me personally, no time for Facebook. I think Facebook's a great way to communicate with your target audience, or give them away all your secrets, all of the story ideas and concepts that you're coming up with. Go ahead, give them all to everybody on Facebook, because they're only going to get out there and share them, and suddenly your idea is not as unique as you thought it was, unless it's a completed product. Then by all means market the living daylights out of it, but that's another story. So cut out the distractions, switch off your Facebook, switch off most of your social media, let other people manage it for you, and genuinely, update it when you genuinely have something of value. The other one is measure progress. The third one is measure progress. I have a milestones file on my computer, so every time I achieve something, I put a milestone in there, and I go, I achieved that, I achieved that, I achieved that. So you know you're achieving things. So you have a very defined vision, but you're also achieving along the way. And you check it, you check your results against what you're supposed to be doing. And then the other thing, which I think is kind of important, is to get rewarded, but at the same time reinstate your dream. Because most of the time dreams are achieved in units, little units. You know, you're doing your dream a day at a time. You're doing your dream a moment at a time. So reinstate your dream, because you achieve something. It's so easy. It's like going to the gym. You go to the gym, you know, you've done 2, 3, 4 days solidly. It's great. But then you don't do anything for 2 weeks. That happens. We think in ourselves, we've justified it to ourselves. You know, we've done 4 days. That was good. Don't do a week or 2. That can happen, and it's happened with me. I know the feeling of that. So it's really got to a stage where I personally think you need to genuinely reinstate your dream. You know, discuss it again, figure it out, check it, understand your vision one more time, write it down again. Like Brian Tracy says all the time, one of the most powerful things he ever discovered in accessing and achieving all his dreams was to write down his set of goals every day, his targets every day, write them down every single day. I try to do this every single day. I try to do them in the form of the to-do list. My to-do list, something has to do with, this is where I'm going, yeah, this is my dream, yeah, these are the companies I'm building. So that's kind of important. And so there it is. I'm smiling because everyone's parked in a specific row. Wish I could show this to you. Right, can you see that? And I'm the only one that's kind of parked ahead in the traffic. So yeah, it's interesting. I for some obscure reason, I always seem to do things differently, and I always live in this very unusual world where things are just more different than normal. So I definitely have a lot to believe in terms of when it comes to my dream. I'm glued to my dream. I'm committed to that dream. I'm very sure that I'm working towards, but I must tell you, I'm working towards that dream, but I must tell you that I'm not always really clear about the exact route of that dream. Sometimes the dream surprises me. Like I'm going in a certain direction, and then all of a sudden the dream throws a curveball, and it's not a bad curveball, it's a good curveball. So it's kind of cool, right? It's kind of cool. It's not a bad thing, it's a good thing. So yeah, I'm just saying that sometimes go with the flow of whatever new angle the dream throws at you, because it might actually be the road that you're supposed to be on.